The same outrage you feel about Renee Good and Alex Preddy,
Mr.
you should
Chairman,
feel about Sheridan Gorman and Laken Riley and every angel family in this country.
I do feel that outrage.
You do not. Because if you did, you would not support sanctuary jurisdiction.
Do you feel the outrage about Alex Preddy and Renee Good?
You should be ashamed of yourself.
You don't belong in this committee. You should get the hell out of here. You don't understand the rules of the committee. You don't understand the Constitution.
You're a
disgrace.
Mr.
You're
Raskin,
an absolute disgrace supporting sanctuary
Say one word about
Get rid of sanctuary
Alex Preddy and
I
Renee
did.
Good.
I wrote a whole New York Times op-ed about it. You should be absolutely ashamed of yourself for not opposing sanctuary policies that resulted in their daughter's death. Back in May of 2023, over 3 years ago, Sheridan's murderer illegally entered the United States. Border Patrol caught him. They apprehended him. But then, because of the Biden administration's ludicrous open border policies, he was released into our country. A month later, he was arrested for shoplifting in Chicago. Under existing law and the law at the time, he should have been deported right then and there.
Right.
Point of order, this is not an introduction.
By our federal laws.
Point of order, this is not an introduction, it's a speech.
You should be ashamed of yourselves.
Which
is disgraceful.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes,
we
we're
had
ruling on the point of order.
is here
Chairman.
precisely because you have failed to do your job.
Yes,
Mr.
we're
You
ruling.
wonder why we had 4
Everybody settle down.
hearings? It's because you don't understand the
Gentlemen will
consequence of
suspend.
sanctuary policy.
Mr. Chairman,
Right.
unfortunately, we
Gentlemen will
won't
suspend.
give our approval for people to introduce their constituents if people don't stick to the rules. So I appreciate the chairman's insistence that we stick to the rules and that you have the opportunity to introduce your constituent, which
Right,
I think
and
you have
introducing
done.
my
So
constituent
thank you very
is-
much, Mr. Lawler and Mr.
Is
Chairman.
sharing the
Please have
details
committee
of her death.
be in
You may not
order.
want to hear the details. It may be an inconvenience to
Mr.
you,
Chairman.
but these details matter.
The gentleman will suspend. We have an agreement with the minority that the introductions will be introductory only, so if I could just ask for the gentleman to make that introduction and conclude.
Sure. When you send your kid to college, you should be worried about making sure they go to class,
Yes.
or hopefully that they have a nice roommate,
Right. Yes.
or how to help them get a summer internship.
Right.
Not worried that illegal immigrants are shooting them
Yeah.
while they're out with their friends looking at the northern lights. It is shameful that
Yeah,
we
it
are
is.
here. Not because this is the 4th hearing, but because we need to have 4 hearings to make people understand the real-life consequences of the disastrous sanctuary city policies.
Right.
So while some of my colleagues may not want to hear the truth, the same outrage you feel about Renee Good and Alex Preddy,
Mr.
you should
Chairman,
feel about
would you
Sheridan Gorman
please
and
end
Laken Riley
this-
and every angel
end this
family in
statement?
this country.
I do feel that outrage.
You do not.
Do you,
Because if you did,
do
you would
feel,
not support
do you
sanctuary
feel the
jurisdiction.
outrage about
You
Alex
should be
Preddy and
ashamed
Renee
of
Good?
yourself.
You should be
ashamed
You don't
of
belong in
yourself,
this committee.
Jamie.
You should get the hell
You're a
out of here.
disgrace.
You don't understand the
You're a
rules of the committee.
disgrace.
You don't understand the Constitution.
You're a
Mr.
disgrace.
Full of
Raskin,
it.
Mr.
You're
Raskin,
an absolute disgrace
Raskin,
supporting
get a hold of
sanctuary
yourself.
Say one word about
Get rid of
Say one word
sanctuary
about Alex Preddy and
I
Renee
did.
Good.
I wrote a whole
Really?
New York Times op-ed about it. You should be absolutely
follow the
ashamed of
rules of the
yourself
committee.
for
The
not
committee will
opposing
be-
sanctuary policies that resulted in their daughter's death.
The committee will be in order.
Mr. Chairman, I
We're
just
going
want to say we will not allow, thanks to Mr. Lawler's outrageous outburst, we will not allow this to happen again. This was an agreement between
will
the
proceed.
chair and the ranking
I know
member,
you
and
won't allow
unfortunately,
it.
you're not able to
We will
control your
proceed.
members.
Allow it.
So it is time for us to proceed.
Your opening
Yes.
statement was
proceed.
outrageous.
We
You
will
should be ashamed of
proceed in
yourself.
order.
I yield
They
back.
should be. The Democrats should be ashamed of themselves. You know, we've got a grieving mother in that room. A woman who lost his daughter, Sheridan Gorman, because of the exact same reckless open border policies that took Laken Riley. And how do the Democrats react? How they show empathy? Do they offer a shred of regret? No. They throw a tantrum. They throw a tantrum. You know, they would rather scream, interrupt, and try to kick a congressman out of his own committee hearing than admit that their sanctuary agenda has a body count. Why? You know why? Because it's not about humanity. It's not about humanity because, you know, it's not about due process. It's about power. You know, it's about power. It's about a voting bloc. They're terrified of losing. And they will gaslight the American people, lie to our faces, and insult the memory of the victims like Laken Riley to keep their political machine running. You know, to see them try to shut down a father or a mother trying to tell the truth about their murdered child, they call that outrageous. Right? It's beyond disgusting. It's evil. They don't want to hear the truth because the truth proves their policies are killing American citizens. They don't care about the victim. You know, they only care about their polling numbers. You know, because without these illegal immigrants, they will never win in an election. The Democrats know that. They knew that long before. You know, I think it's time to stop It's time to stop letting them hide behind procedures while our families pay the price. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Are you sick of this? As I am. I'm sick of this. But, I'm still lucky because here in Hawaii, it's still not happening. Not like, just like in Chicago, just like in Minnesota, just like in California. Right? So we're still lucky here in Hawaii. So don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm out. Peace.